Good morning, guys. Welcome to Poetry Corner, and thank you for joining me. Now, after missing a day, we're going back to A Lighthouse Keeper's Tale, Chapter 8, and this is called The Soft Aftermath. So let's read on and see what's going off with Davy Snow and Lorna. The world did not return all at once. It came back in fragments, soft, quiet, unhurried, like a morning light seeping through shutters. I stood with Lorna in my arms beneath a lantern's warm glow, unable to move, unwilling to loosen even a fraction of a fragile closeness we have fought so long to deny. Her head rested against my shoulder, her breath warm against my throat. Each exhale brushed the skin there, sending a tender ache through me, a reminder that this was real, and she was here, and the barrier between us had dissolved. For a long time we simply stayed, no words, no movements, just presence. The sea murmured below, its rhythm gentler now, as though it had surrendered to calm. When she finally drew back, it was only enough to look up at me, her eyes softened by the lantern light. Held none of the hesitation that once did, only quiet certainty and faint slimmers of wonder. I feel, she whispered, as though the world has stopped turning. It has, I murmured, brushing the back of her fingers along her cheek, just long enough for us to catch it up to it. She smiled, small, delicate, and achingly beautiful. The kind of smile a man wants to protect for the rest of his days. Her hand slid down my arm, fingers tracing along the fabric of my sleeves in a slow, thoughtful motions. Every touch was a discovery, gentle yet electric. Davy, she said, do you regret anything we said, anything we've begun? The hesitation in her voice wasn't fear, it was vulnerability laid bare, and it struck something deep in me, compelling me to take her hands in mine. I lifted one of her hands towards my lips, kissed her knuckles with a reverence I'd never shown any living thing. Her breath trembled. No, I said against her skin, I regret only waiting so long, Lorna. Her fingers curled around mine, as if she needed to hold the moment steady, lest it drift away. The wind shifted, brushing her hair across her face. I swept it aside gently, letting my hand linger at her jaw. She leaned into the touch, closing her eyes for a breath. Her body relaxed with a trust that tightened something in my chest. When she opened her eyes again, mist glimmered on the horizon. The sky had softened into a deep indigo streaked with silver from a rising moon. We should go inside, she said, voice hushed, not from cold but from the tenderness of it all. The night is growing chilly. Yes, I whispered, but neither of us moved. We remained suspended in this moment, caught between the world before and the world after, reluctant to let the night pass. Finally, slowly, her hand found mine. This time she didn't take only one finger. She entwined her entire hand with mine, palm to palm. Warm and sure. A gesture, simple in form, but monumental in the meaning. I felt her pulse through that touch, felt her trust. Come, I said quietly, guiding her towards the narrow stairs that wound down from the lantern room. I'll make tea, something warm. She gave a soft laugh. I don't need tea, only this. Her fingers tightened around me, and only you. My breath faltered, but this time the ache was sweet. We descended the stairs together, our shadows drifting along the stone wall. Halfway down she paused, turning towards me. Her face glowed faintly in the moonlight, spilling through the shuttered window. Davy, she whispered, is it foolish that I feel safe tonight than ever in my whole life? I lifted her chin gently with my finger. No, I said, it's the first time you have been held by someone who sees the whole world in you, Lorna. And then she did something that caught the breath in my lungs. She rested her forehead against my chest, her arms slipping around me in a slow, quiet embrace. A gesture so simple, so deeply, so intimate. I wrapped my arms around her, holding her, though she were something rare and irreplaceable, which she was. For a moment I pressed a soft kiss to the crown of her head, gentle, fleeting, but filled with everything I had no words for. She exhaled a trembling sigh and whispered, "Then let this be our beginning, Davy." And I knew without fear, without hesitation, that it was the night around us softened, the ocean calmed, and the lighthouse, our lighthouse, felt for the first time like a home, shared by two hearts instead of one. There you go, guys. That's chapter 8. Join me for chapter 9 next, which is A Night of Quiet Promise. There you go, guys. But tonight, guys, we're off back to Topsy Tickletown for part 2 of our adventure, The Parade of the Peculiar People. And this is entitled Parade and the Spud Ending. So join me tonight for Topsy Tickletown, and we'll conclude the story of A Parade of Peculiar People. And this one's called The Parade and the Spud Ending. So there you go, guys. Hope you enjoyed that. Take care now, and God bless us all. Bye bye for now.